Following the successive downing of an enemy aircraft by Iran's air defenders on Saturday, an Israeli-American combat drone was detected during reconnaissance operations by air defense forces under Iran's integrated air defense network control, and was hit and destroyed over Tehran before it could carry out any combat attacks. Following the 72nd wave of the Wada Sadaqeh 4 operations, the Navy forces of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, in a combined operation, struck the nests and fuel tanks of American-Israeli terrorists' fighters' jets at the Minhad and Ali Salam bases using a massive volume of ballistic missiles and destruction drones. These two bases, in recent days, were the origin of attacks on Iranian islands, which were targeted. The southern and northern parts of the occupied Palestinian territories were targeted in the 73rd wave of Wada Sadaqeh 4 operations, with the code Ya Haidar, by powerful missile and aerospace drone strikes carried out by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Following the collapse of the air defense system of the Zionist aggressor army, bases of Al Salam and Minhad, as well as the American terrorist Al-Dafra base in the region, military facilities and security centers in Arad, Dimona, Eilat, Rustam, and Kiryat Gat in the southern part of the occupied Palestinian territories were precisely struck by Fatah, Qad, and Emad missile and destruction drones. According to the field reports from the initial hours of the attack, more than 200 people have been reported killed or injured. Israeli security officials have increased pressure on journalists and eyewitnesses to suppress information about the destruction and the number of casualties. The dire and neglected conditions of the residents of the occupied territories, caught in the crisis engineered by the warmongering war cabinet of Netanyahu, are particularly visible to those living in areas of the Zionist regime where lives and security have been threatened by the construction of nuclear and military centers near residential neighborhood. The equations of war are shifting rapidly, and the Zionist army's control over the defense of the occupied Palestinian territories is collapsing. It is essential to remember the glorious efforts of the Mujahideen of Hezbollah in establishing a strong and intense battlefront across the northern and central parts of the occupied Palestinian territories, and to extend congratulations on these victories to the valiant Mujahideen and Muslims of the region. Finally, following previous warnings, we declare that if Iran's fuel and energy infrastructure is targeted by the enemy, all energy, information technology, and desalination infrastructure belonging to America and the regime in the region will be targeted. All praise is due to the Almighty, the Wise.